Hey guys, it's Tamara Bennett with Southern Adoornments Decor. Tonight we're going to be painting a hot cocoa door hanger. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be so stinking cute when it's done. So y'all come in, and if this is your first time ever joining me, I would love it if you would introduce yourself, tell me where you're from. Make sure I've got everything handy here. All of the paints that I'm going to be using are all Decor Americana matte acrylics. So the colors that I've chosen so far are primary red, dark chocolate, which is a dark brown. I may shade in some of this pebble color. It's a lighter brown. Black and white. And then I've got true blue, which I'm going to use this to shade on top of this Bahama blue. So we're going to do a little bit shading tonight. So if you guys are struggling with shading, you're going to want to stick around because I'm going to be doing some of that in this video. And I think you guys will love it. I think we're going to start with our cup first, since it's the largest area. And I'm just going to use this Bahama blue color, and then we might shade a little bit of that true blue in with it to kind of make the cup look dimensional. So it's going to be neat. All right, let me get a fairly large brush here, and I'm just going to paint right over the top. There's a little snowflake. Can you guys see that? Let me show you real quick. So the shape has all of the design etched into it. Even the little marshmallows and the candy cane are etched. So I'm just going to paint right over the top of this, and you'll still, I'll still be able to see the shape of the snowflake afterwards, and I'll be able to paint on top of the blue with the white. So I don't have to try to paint around that little snowflake. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is our Southern Adoornments live show. It's going to be March 5th, 6th, and 7th in Nashville, Tennessee. Paint is a little bit dry. I'm going to put a little bit of water in it. But it's going to be in Nashville, Tennessee, March 5th, 6th, and 7th. And it's going to be 3 days of crafting and business training. So if you own a business that has anything to do with door hangers, or maybe you're just a hobbyist and you sell them at craft fairs, and maybe you've done a paint party or two, and you're like, you know, I'd really like to be able to make a little bit more money doing this, then this event is going to be for you. The first day is going to be all about like business trainings. And so even if you're just somebody who sets up at craft fairs, you'll find these trainings very beneficial. One of the ladies that's going to be one of our guest speakers, her name is Ashley Rates. I don't know if you guys know her, but she is very, very smart when it comes to selling your handmade goods. And she's going to be doing a training for us. And she's one of the top sellers, actually, on Amazon Handmade. And so if you want to learn anything about selling handmade goods, she is your gal, and she will be there. We also have Heidi Easley from Texas Art and Soul coming, and she's going to talk to us about paint parties. And on the second or third day, I'm not sure which one, she's going to be doing a craft with us, painting ceramics. I'm so excited about that. Okay, let me go ahead, and while this is still wet, I'm going to shade a little bit of this blue in. Let me get a different brush. I'm going to get an angle brush and a little bit of water. Oh, and I probably need a paper towel, and I put those in the kitchen the other day because we ran out in the kitchen. I'm watering down just a little bit of this dark blue, and I'm just going to do it around the edges. Just a little bit. And I'm getting a little bit more of the Bahama blue and kind of mixing the two together. But anyways, so I was getting distracted. Heidi's going to be doing a ceramic craft with us and teaching us how to do that, so I'm really excited about that. We'll be having a craft where we paint a full-size door hanger. We will probably play some games. I've got some games scheduled in so that we have a little bit of competitive fun while we're there. It's just going to be so much fun. So if you guys haven't checked that out yet, I would love it if you would. We are only selling 125 tickets, and out of the 125, we've already sold like 60. So if you're wanting to go, you need to be getting your ticket. We do have a payment plan option. If you have to split it into 3 payments, you can do that. But that option goes away December 15th. So if you're going to have to use the payment plan option, you have to lock that in by December 15th. But I would just love it if you guys could come, because actually March 6th is my birthday. So March 5th, 6th, and 7th is the event, and my birthday falls right in the middle. So we're going to kind of like be celebrating my birthday, and it's just going to be so much fun. It's a great time for you to like kind of take a break from your everyday life and get to do like something crafty and something for yourself. It's kind of like a little crafty retreat, if you will. And it's the most fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it last year. It was so neat getting to meet so many of you guys who follow me here on Facebook and who have like started painting door hangers after watching my videos. And some of you guys have even started businesses. It's really neat. Last year we had some people who weren't even really planning on starting a business, but then after they came to the event, they were so inspired that they left and they were like, you know what, I think I want to start a business now. And so that was really cool. Okay, I'm just doing some shading around the edges of this design with the darker blue. And if it looks a little too strong, I've been shading in just a little bit more of the Bahama blue on top of it. So it's not perfect by any means, but let me show you what we got going on. So see how the edges are just a little darker blue? It's definitely messy for shading, but it's cute. All right, we're going to use this lighter color that's called Pebble, and we're going to shade in some of the darker chocolate brown. What are you doing? Well, I'm trying to do a video. You need to get out from under there. I'm going to paint right over the top of my marshmallows too, because we're going to paint those back in. Okay, I've got to figure out, I think that is all cocoa right there, but it's hard to tell. I'll have to look at my picture. Yes, it is. Oh, wait. Part of it, I think, might have supposed to have been teal. Whoops. We'll fix that. All right, so let's go ahead and shade in some of the darker chocolate. This is the color dark chocolate, so we're just going to shade a little bit of this in. I'm going to use my angle brush again, and we'll just shade just a little bit around like some of the edges and up next to some of the marshmallows so that it looks like it's not all one color. I really have no idea what I'm doing. I just pretend to know. And I'm not painting my marshmallows yet. The marshmallows will get painted last, like after the chocolates dry. So my chocolate's gonna look a little bit messy at the moment. Don't worry about it. I forgot there's a rim up here that's teal too, like the same color as the cup, so I need to make sure and go back and paint that in a moment too. I got carried away and painted the whole thing brown up here. I'm just trying to feather in some of this darker chocolate. See what that looks like, kind of peeking out underneath some of the little marshmallows. We're going to pretend we're Bob Ross, and there's no mistakes, just happy accidents. I was Bob Ross for Halloween last year, and I did a Facebook Live here on dressed up like Bob Ross. Okay. Now the brown's almost dry. I'm just kind of going back and kind of feathering my brush over it a little bit to kind of smooth it out a little bit. Okay. I'm going to switch brushes. Let me get a skinnier one because we have to go back and add, this teal will cover just about anything also. I'm going to go back and color in the places that were supposed to be teal on the cup. So this cup, the rim of the cup kind of goes around like this. And I forgot about that when I was painting and just kind of got carried away and painted it all brown. But this teal covers, so it's okay. We'll have to do a little bit of shading of that blue right back in there too. Shading is definitely not something that I'm like super comfortable with. I don't do it a lot, but it is kind of fun to do it every now and then on a few projects. Okay, so there's like the rim of our cup coming around. And we'll just shade in just a tiny bit of that teal blue on the edges. So I'm just getting a tiny bit of it on the corner of my brush and kind of putting it in there. It helps if your Bahama blue is still wet, which mine is drying pretty quickly. So I'm going back and getting a little bit more of the Bahama blue so the shading's not as difficult. There we go. It's kind of pretty. Looks like the color of the ocean. There we go. Oh, I need a little bit more over here. A little bit more Bahama blue. I got a little carried away with the darker blue. That's okay. Let me hold it up. See, the chocolate is a little bit like different color. It's kind of messy, so I definitely did not do a perfect job on that, but I wasn't shooting for perfect. I'm never shooting for perfect, just in case y'all want. Okay, I painted the entire candy cane white to start with. I don't know why I tossed that brush in the cup of water, because I'm not done with it. I've got to go back and paint my marshmallows. So let me get my white now, and we're going to paint the marshmallows. I can't even talk. The marshmallows in this little cup. That's a weird question. See, this white covers this chocolate, this chocolate brown just fine. So I really wasn't worried about it. I just decided to paint over the whole thing and then go back and paint my marshmallows in. White is one of those colors that will just about cover anything. I'm having a hard time talking tonight. We're going to dry this real fast. Let's put another coat on our marshmallows. If any of you guys, speaking of the Southern Adoornments live show, if any of you guys are business owners and you would like to donate something that can be used as like a door prize, or if you would like to contribute items to our swag bags that we're going to give away to attendees of the event, please email me at southernadornmentsdecor@gmail.com, and we will make sure and give you information for how to send that sort of stuff in. Last year we had a ton of door prizes to give away. I think almost every single person at the event left with a door prize, and everyone left with a big swag bag full of goodies. And I heard several people at the event tell me that my swag bags were some of the best they had ever seen at any event like that. And that's definitely what I was aiming for, because I myself, as an event attendee, love a good swag bag. Okay. May have to do one more coat on the marshmallows, but while that's drying, we're going to go ahead and paint our snowflake down here at the bottom. But anyways, yes, a lot of people that when I explain what I do, they're like, wait, what? You make what? Door hangers? Like, how do you paint decorative door hangers? And it's because they're thinking of like the little thing you hang on the outside of your hotel room that says do not disturb. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, they hang on your door kind of like you would hang up a wreath. And then it's like, oh, okay. But they still can't visualize it. So I almost always have to pull out my phone and start showing them pictures so that they understand. Now, most people from the South know what door hangers are. But some people from some of the northern states have never heard of them before. I was trying to explain to a Canadian one time what a door hanger was, and she's like, "You mean a wreath?" I'm like, "No, no, no, not a wreath." She goes, "Well, we consider anything that hangs on your door a wreath." I said, "Well, in America, we only consider like circular type items that hang on your door a wreath. Everything else is like a door hanger or just a sign of some kind." So I think it's so interesting how different cultures call things different names. But anyways, if you're not from the South, you may not even know what a door hanger is. But if you go on Pinterest and you search the word door hanger, I guarantee you will find a blue million of them. I said if y'all are beginners, you're welcome to come to the event in Nashville, even if you don't have a business and are not planning on starting a business. I know we had several women last year come who had never painted before, and now they it's like a new hobby that they have dove into, and they absolutely love it, and some of them have even started businesses since then. So I will forewarn you, if you come to the event and you've never painted a door hanger before, you may leave obsessed with door hanger painting. So but it's a lot of fun. We spend a lot of time together just chatting and getting to know one another. We always do something fun together, and I'll tell you, like, staying at the hotel, it's like being at I don't know, it's almost like a slumber party. Everybody hangs out in the lobby area and hangs out in each other's rooms and gets to know everybody, and it's like a fun time with a bunch of women. And if you've never done anything like that before, it's hard to explain and it's hard to understand if you haven't, but it's the most fun. We had one lady who's in my Painters Clubhouse. I don't know if she's on here right now. Her name is Roxana, but she lives near Nashville. And last year, she did not stay at the hotel. She just drove back and forth for the event because she didn't want to be out hotel fees if she just could drive back and forth. But she said, "This year, I'm getting a hotel room. I don't care if I live down the road or not." She said, "I want to be where everybody else is, and I don't want to miss a thing." Because she said she felt like at night when she was going home to her house, she was missing out on everything because all of the other ladies were, still having a ball after she had to head home. So if that tells you anything about it, it definitely is a lot of fun. And it's, even though you come and you don't really know anybody, you're going to leave having made new friends. And if you want to bring a friend with you, grab a sister, grab your mom, grab your neighbor, whoever likes to paint and craft with you, and have like a little crafty getaway with that person. Like, both of you guys could buy a ticket, and it could be like a fun little getaway for you guys to go and do something like this together. There are several people who are coming who are bringing a friend or a sister with them, and it's like their gift to each other to get out of the house and do this together. So if you want to do that with a friend, I want to highly encourage you to book your ticket with a friend. But even if you don't have anybody to come with or don't have anybody to travel with, after you buy your ticket, we can put you in the Facebook group where all the ticket holders are, and you can find a roommate. You might be even able to find like a travel buddy. Last year we had people who carpooled together who had never met until the day that they hopped in the car together. So it's just a great way to get to know new people who love to do the same thing you do, which is crafting. And we're going to do plenty of crafting. It's a 3-day event, like I said, and the first day focuses mainly on business, but each day we will do something crafty, and then the second and third day will be solely focused on painting and crafts. And everything that we make, you take home. So you will definitely need to bring like an extra suitcase or something so that you can haul all of your goodies home from the event, because you're going to want to take home everything that you make. Last year we had a ton of paint left over at the end of the event, and we ended up giving away a bunch of bottles of paint. Everybody got to take their brushes home, and of course you've got your swag bag. So I mean, these ladies left with a ton of good loot to take home with them. Can guys attend? Yes, Dustin, guys can definitely attend. It will be heavily saturated with women, I will tell you that, but guys are welcome to attend. We do not discriminate or kick guys out. So if you want to attend, we would love to have you. Just know that you'll be in a room filled with women, more than likely. Okay, All right, now I'm going to paint my little candy cane now that my white is dry. And my dog is singing to me. He must have known I was on Facebook Live and he wanted to put on a performance. He has done that ever since he was a pup. He sounds like he's in distress, but I promise you he is not. He's just loud. We just like to say he's singing. It's kind of like howling, but he doesn't really howl. Okay, I'm going to have to get a smaller brush to do this little bitty spot next to the mug because I don't want to make a mess. Last year we had so much fun. There were so many ladies that just said that it had a huge impact on them coming to this event. Like they said, like they didn't even realize exactly what kind of impact it was going to have on them. But now they're like so glad that they went. Look how cute this is getting. I'm loving the shading that we did on the chocolate. It's really, really, really cool. Okay, I'm going to switch brushes real quick, dry this, and then we're going to finish up this snowflake. It looks pretty good on camera, but up close it's a little splotchy. So it just needs one more quick coat of white to make sure everything looks nice and smooth. This would even be pretty with a little bit of like puff paint on the snowflake. If I can find some of that, I might use it later. Or maybe glitter, if you wanted to add some kind of three-dimensional element. But I promise you, the value that you get from an event like this is way more than your ticket cost is going to be. And if you own a business, you definitely need to write it off as a tax write-off, because with the business trainings and the networking opportunities that you're going to have with these other ladies at the event, it's definitely considered a business expense to come to something like this. And you're going to learn so much at it, whether it's business tips or painting tips or just something you learn from some lady you talked to in the bathroom. You are going to learn so much at this event. The business trainings alone would definitely be worth the cost of your ticket. But if you think about it this way, all the crafts that we do at the event, think about, okay, so on average, let's say we do 6 different crafts over those 3 days. And those are 6 different projects that you get to take home with you. If you went to a class locally and learned how to paint or make whatever it was we did, and you had to pay for a craft class, how much would that craft class cost you? And you multiply that times 6. And so let's say the average craft cost is like $35. What's $35 times 6? I should have come up with a more round number. 35, 70, 140, plus 105. I don't know. I can't do math that fast. Somebody's going to have to calculate that for me. What's 35 times 6? 210. So at least $210 worth of it would be the actual crafts that you're making. Plus we're providing you lunch every single day. Plus you are going to be leaving with a huge swag bag full of all kinds of goodies that are worth probably well over $100 if you were to buy it all individually. Plus all the business trainings. The business trainings alone are worth probably more than $500. I need to sit down and calculate it all up so I can tell you. All right, I'm going to take my black paint and we're just going to do some cute little accents to finish up this door hanger. I know lots of times when you pay to go to a convention or an event like this, you just sit back and you watch the demonstrators on stage make stuff and you try to remember how to do it when you get home. That is not what this is. This event is one of those events where you are going to learn how to make things as we are teaching them on the stage. And you're going to leave with these crafts to take home with you. And so you're not only taking home the crafts, you're going to be taking home the knowledge that you learned on how to make those things, the memory you made, spending time with these other ladies or with whoever you came with. It's so valuable all the way around. Not just the crafting or the business trainings, but the time you get to spend with other ladies the break you get from your everyday life, where you get to go and do something fun and creative and invest in yourself. That's what I get more often than not from stuff like this, is the time that I've spent investing in myself. All right, we're going to do just a little bit around these little marshmallows. I'm not going to fully outline them, but we're going to give them just a little bit of a accent so that they stand out a little bit. There we go. All right, I'm not going to do anything on my snowflake just yet because I may go back later and add some glitter or something like that, but I need to wait for all of the paint to dry. Look how cute this is. Isn't that cute? I will see you guys again on Friday for Friday Fab 5 right here at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time here on my Facebook page. So I will see you soon. Bye, y'all.